good to get the chance to chat to the Pet Shop Boys, the most successful duo in UK chart history. Still enormously popular, their first single, West End Girls, shot to #1 way back in 1986.
In a western town, a dead-end world, the East End boys and West End girls. West End girls. Too many shadows, whispering voices, faces on posters, too many choices. If, when, why, what, how much have you got? Have you got it, do you get it? If so, how often? Which do you choose, a hard or soft option? In a western town, a dead-end world, the Eastern boys and Western girls. In a western town, a dead-end world, the Eastern boys and Western girls. Western girls.
And Neil Tennant and Chris Lowe with us now.
You worked your socks off there, didn't you, Chris?
Effortlessly stylish as ever that was, yeah. But what did you do in that video? Except look moody.
I set the template there. That was it. I just stood there looking a bit bored, watching passers-by
you
walk
did the
past.
work.
Well, I did the lip syncing. Yeah. That was the kind of basic thing, and then we started to try to work with
We've
it
really
over
developed the
years.
act.
Well, you certainly have. We're going to cut straight to your new one, to go with the new single, Flamboyant. It needs a bit of explaining for the first time viewer, and then you're fine.
There's a lot in it. It's the director, Nico Bayer, it was all his idea. He'd seen this show in Japan. The song's called Flamboyant, where people will do these very, very flamboyant things to become famous. They'll do anything.
Right.
And so in the video, he actually follows a contestant all the way through, and he actually wins. And it's filmed with the cooperation of the real show.
It looks like something totally surreal. The contestants have to kind of recreate events in a surrealistic way. Like, for example, for the snooker, which we're going to see towards the end of this clip of the video, the guy dresses up all his friends with crash helmets in different colours to represent snooker balls. And they become a human snooker table.
That's it, yeah. Well, all the ideas in it are very, very ingenious. It's funny, we were talking to Ant and Dec about it the other day, because they'd seen it, and they said they liked the format, and obviously we're thinking about it. We were wondering whether in Britain people would put the ingenuity and the effort into creating something like this.
Well, do you know, we all said, when we saw the video this morning, we all said that it's a terrific idea for a show.
Yeah.
I'm over here, I'm sure somebody's going to pick it up.
Because if you saw any of those Japanese endurance programmes, say 10 years ago, the Clive James first feature, do you remember? And the Clive James like TV Junk or whatever it's called. And you saw these terrible torture programmes and people being forced to eat, you know, live insects and stuff.
I'm a Celebrity?
Flash forward to I'm a Celebrity 10 years later. We're doing it exactly like the Japanese do it. Anyway, let's have a look, because I think you're right, Judy, and I think Ant and Dec are right.
Yeah.
It's coming here soon.
Wear black clothes by ears, see me, he is so flamboyant. The way you look, it gets you so much attention. You're so employment is getting more. You want police intervention. You're so flamboyant. The way you live, you really care. The best down in the press. Employment is always there. It's what you do for enjoyment. You're so flamboyant.
Fantastic. You said sometimes they spend a year.
Yeah, they'll spend a year getting that
rehearsing and getting it together. And you say that snooker one was actually the winner.
That was the winner. That was the winning entry. And that was the real winner of the show at the end. There.
Well, you're absolutely right in that case. No British TV company's going to take a year filming that.
I mean, it takes an astonishing amount of effort and ingenuity to win it, I think.
Yeah.
The show's been running for 15 years in Japan as well. It's
15 years?
It's not just a new thing. It's been 15
to be
It's one of the most popular shows.
Well, there's, the lyrics of the lyrics of the record, Flamboyant, funnily enough, echo quite closely what the Archbishop of Canterbury's been saying this weekend. Because you're talking about a society, we're living in an age of excess, an age of decay, etc. You know, we're all obsessed with looking good, standing out from the crowd, celebrity. And that's exactly what he said about footballers' wives, and we're talking about it tonight. Is that what was that the comment you were intending to make?
Well, the song is sort of double-edged because it's also admiring as well. It says in the middle bit, crossing the street, it's almost heroic, you're so flamboyant. And it's kind of looking back, not really just at the present, it's looking back right back to Beau Brummel or Oscar Wilde or Boy George and Marilyn or David Beckham maybe now, the sort of Sarong period. I think there's something to admire about people who go to that level to express themselves, and the downside is to draw attention to themselves. So the song is very ambivalent. It's not just against it.
But who does that now? I mean, the age of new romantics and stuff is long gone, and the true punks, that's over. What strata of society does that now?
I think nowadays it's more someone like Beckham has done it.
The new celebrities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I really like about the genuine flamboyant people, it's a bit like the video, it's the creativity that goes into that. For instance, Boy George, was amazing as his own stylist.
Still can be on a good day.
Yeah, he was amazing. You don't really get it so much, and that's why it doesn't totally tie in with what the Archbishop of Canterbury is saying.
Just it's more celebratory, I can see that. But if you actually read, I actually read the lyrics down on the paper. When you hear them sung, it sounds more celebratory.
It is also knocking celebrity as well, because we do live nowadays in an era which is dominated by meaningless celebrity.
How did that happen?
I don't know. I think people have got it from television. That I once said to someone who became a very famous celebrity, I won't say what her name is, you've got to be famous for something. But nowadays, a lot of people, I think, just want to be famous for being famous.
You're right. Whole careers are built on, appearing on, say, Big Brother.
Yeah.
Well, not I'm a Celebrity, because they're already kind of sort of semi-known, although many of them we've forgotten, but then they kind of look at Peter Andre. I'd forgotten all about Peter Andre until he went on that thing. Yep. But I wanted to ask you about, because you watch Footballer's Wife, and so do we as well.
Yeah.
Do you think it's perverse, perverted, immoral trash?
Well, that's why we watch it, isn't it?
Exactly. That's
the point of it.
And if it's not, we're disappointed. And do you watch The Simpsons, you guys?
I watch Simpsons.
Because the Archbishop says The Simpsons and Homer is a model for a Christian way of living.
But are we looking for models on television anyway?
Probably.
I mean, Footballers' Wives could also be interpreted as a critique.
Yeah.
Because it's a joke against those people, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not saying, oh, this is amazing, these people are like
absolutely.
that. It's actually the whole audience is meant to be in on the joke.
Aren't they ridiculous?
And to be fair, the producers of that programme, Shepherd, say exactly the same thing. They say, yes, it is a dig at celebrity, and it is inane and all the rest of it, and it is, if you like, an antidote to modern celebrity. I actually personally don't like it, though.
What, Footballers' Wives?
No, I don't like it.
We don't watch it every week, but it's an escape for half an hour sometimes. It's got some good sex scenes on it.
I don't think so.
Well, you know what I mean. Talk about meaningless celebrities. You said not that long ago, that you thought that that pop stars these days, actual pop stars, have to work a lot harder than they used to. What did you mean? Sort of working
I
the
think
media?
It's become more of an industrial process.
Yeah.
With going on TV and stuff like that, and people have to do sort of big productions with dancers. They have to and all that kind of thing. At one time, you used to express yourself.
Yeah.
You were what you were, and in many ways, I prefer that. And nowadays, it's very, 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 very professional in a kind of American sort of level.
You're right, and the schedule is relentless, isn't it? Most of the young bands we have on here, we say to them, do you want to come have a drink, but doing next? Oh no, they're doing a recording in another studio, then they're going to mix some
and they take it seriously. We always used to have a certain amount of sense of humour about doing promotion.
Yeah.
And like award ceremonies, people take award ceremonies really, really serious. I mean, in the music business, really no one really takes the Brits Awards very seriously, because they're sort of they're not cooked up, but they're
managed well.
Yes, and it's fine. You go on and you might sell some records and it's great, but nowadays people sort of take them seriously.
Yeah.
And I think you can take the Oscars seriously. But I think you should see them as a bit of a joke, really.
So do you think then that the Pet Shop Boys have just basically sort of strolled their way to the best-selling duo ever in this country? You've had fun, you've not taken it too seriously, and it's worked out beautifully.
Well, no, because we've worked very, very hard.
We've actually... What, touring?
No, writing songs and recording. We spend a lot of time writing and recording. We're not one of those groups that goes away for 2 years and lies on a beach. We work continually. And, you know, we've done projects outside pop music, and we've produced other people. Yes. And it is actually, we've worked very, very hard. But what we've worked on is what we like doing, which is the creative aspect of it.
Yeah, and you took a pop at rap, didn't you? But that didn't work. Is that right? Someone said
Not
that you
me.
had a
Well, actually, West End Girls, the record you played, our first record, was, at the time, it was intended as a rap record. I think because I speak it in an English accent, people don't really see it as a rap record. But in fact, it was, I mean, that was the idea. We were always fascinated by rap in those days.
You've seen it all, I'm just thinking, though. You've been going, you started singing in 1970 with Dust, wasn't it?
With my folk group.
That was the folk
group?
Yeah.
Luckily, there's no film of them.
Well, luckily, there's no film of mine, Alchemy.
No, Alchemy.
Alchemy, yeah, no, don't pretend you've heard of it.
No, it's not such a bad name.
Hey, that's a very 70s name, though.
It's very 70s.
Was it a bit prog rock?
Yes, it was a bit. There was a little bit of Tolkien in there, and a bit of Al Stewart. We covered a bit of Al Stewart.
Oh, right.
Okay, yes.
Anyway, it's great to see you both, and I love the song and the video. It's really good fun.
Great.
Thank you very much.
You're looking so well.
Nice to see you both. Great. Okay.
Okay, now, talking about award ceremonies, a quick look ahead to this year's BAFTAs.